Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. We are gonna be reviewing Rare Beauty. I am so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. I don't know if excited is a good enough word. It's not every day that you are gifted Selena Gomez's beauty line. So when I opened this box, I was pretty excited. So I grew up watching Selena on Disney Channel, Wizards of Waverly Place, all her movies, and I love her music so well into my teen years. I have always been a fan of Selena, so this is so awesome and I'm so excited. I think she's doing something that I personally have never seen a celebrity do with a makeup line, and I love it. I love everything this line stands for. I have this little booklet here that actually came inside the PR box, and I think it's awesome because it breaks down Rare Beauty and what it's all about. So Rare Beauty is breaking down unrealistic standards of perfection. This makeup is made for you to feel good in without hiding what makes you unique, because Rare Beauty is not about being someone else, but being who you are. So this line is all about loving yourself and also bringing out your natural beauty. This is not makeup that is meant to cover up who you are, but it's just gonna enhance the beauty that you already have, which I think is so awesome. I love that. And with this line, Selena Gomez is bringing awareness to mental health. And this is something that is never really talked about in the makeup community or the makeup industry, or even by a celebrity launching a beauty line. I love that she's breaking the stigma and talking about something that affects so many people. The Rare Impact Fund envisions a world where every person has access to the mental health resources that they need. So their goal is to raise $100 million over the next 10 years to help increase access to mental health services with a focus on undeserved communities. 1% of annual Rare Beauty sales is gonna go to the Rare Impact Fund, and if you guys wanna read more about this, I highly suggest you do. I'll have it linked down below in the description box. So this is not your typical beauty line that we're reviewing. This is such a positive light that is coming into the makeup industry and the makeup community. So I'm really excited about it, and I cannot wait to try everything with you guys. First of all, we have so much stuff to go over. There's so many moving parts to this line. So when you're ready, come and get it, and let's jump into the video. So we're starting with the base, and I am so excited to try the foundation and concealer. I have freshly cleansed skin. I do have an oily skin type, so I am excited to see how this foundation wears and sits on my skin. It looks really beautiful from everything that I've seen so far. I am going through a breakout, and as you can see, I do have some spots. I do have some dark spots going on. I'm being real and rare with you guys today with my skin. My skin has been going through it. I've been feeling stressed, so my skin is just letting me know. Before we work on the skin, I really want to try the lip balms because I always apply a lip balm before I do my makeup. So these right here at the bottom are the With Gratitude Dewy Lip Balms. They're $16 each, and I have 4 shades, but there is a total of 8 shades. So there are some tinted ones, and they have color to them. They're so pretty, and I'm actually going to pop them on later on in this video to show you guys the swatches on my lips. But just to prep my lips, I'm gonna use the clear one, which is called Honor. It says it's a hydrating fuss-free balm that adds a hint of Just Kiss color and soft shine. These do contain shea butter, and it feels so hydrating on my lips, but it's not glossy or super shiny looking. At least the clear one isn't, which I really like. We'll come back to these other shades here in a little bit. Before I do these videos, I always swatch everything first just to kind of get a feel for it, and I'm really excited for the primer. So this is the Always an Optimist Illuminating Primer, and it retails for $26. It's a weightless universal gel primer enriched with ultrafine pearls for a lit from within glow. When I swatched this, I was not expecting for it to be so shimmery, but it is very illuminating. It has super micro shimmer in it, and I think it's really pretty. I was very impressed with this upon like swatching it on my hands, so I'm gonna apply it to my face. Typically for my primer, I go for an illuminating or like a hydrating primer, so I'm really happy that this isn't something matte. It's very, very glowy. I really like it. It's almost like a liquid highlighter and a hydrating primer just mixed into one. You can definitely feel it's moisturizing and it's not drying, but it does have that glow. So I feel like this is really gonna show through because it is quite intense. It'll show through the foundation and give a nice glow to the skin. Next up, I'm gonna be trying the Always an Optimist 4-in-1 Mist. I actually thought this was just gonna be a setting spray, but it's a 4-in-1 type product. So you can use it to hydrate, prime, set, and refresh your skin. This is supposed to be glow boosting, and it does look like it definitely has a bit of oil or some type of blend in there. If you look closely, you can see a little bit of like droplets, and it mixes up when you shake it. What's really awesome about this mist is it contains the ingredient niacinamide, which I love in skincare. So the fact that this has a skincare benefit is awesome. So if you're applying this before your makeup, you're also treating your skin. This also contains a botanical blend of lotus, gardenia, white water lily, which soothes, calms, and nourishes the skin. I really like the scent of it because it's not like a sweet, strong scent. It's very almost like an essential oil or like a spa vibe. If you like eucalyptus or those types of scents that are very fresh and somewhat calming, I feel like you'll really like the scent of this. It's very light. I'm so excited to try the foundation and concealer. I love the applicator, first of all. It is really nice and thick, which I love because you can really cover some ground with that. And I love when foundations have the doe foot applicator like that. It's not very common, but I love it so much more than a pump or something that you have to pour out. I just feel like it's so practical. Can we just talk about the packaging? I really like that too. I feel like it's so unique. I don't know of any other brands or any product that looks like this. It's got like a mod vibe to it, but it also kind of looks very artsy. I get that feel from it, and I really like it. I think it's very pretty. It's almost like high-end meets affordable because it doesn't feel like it weighs a ton, but it looks really beautiful sitting on a vanity. The shade range for the Liquid Touch foundation and concealers is very inclusive. We got 48 shades, so you're bound to find your perfect match in this range, and I feel like that's outstanding for a new cosmetics brand to have that many shades. That's awesome. So the shades that I was sent were specifically chosen for me, which that is so amazing. Thank you so much, Rare Beauty, for actually like looking at my pictures and picking out my perfect shades. So I am going to choose from these three here. So it looks like they're going by warm, cool, and neutral. I have the tendency to go very orange. So I always go a little bit more cool toned than what I am, because once it oxidizes and sets onto my skin, it matches perfectly. The Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation retails for $29 each, and it is a shake formula, so you have to shake it up before you use it. It is like a serum elixir type of consistency. It does look really hydrating just upon swatching it. I can see it has a bit of shine to it. Just wanna make sure I give this a good shake. When you're ready, come and get it. Na 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 na, na 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 na. I've been singing Selena Gomez's music in my head since I got this package. I even was singing Rare to my dog last night on my couch. I was like, tell him you're rare. There are two kinds of people in this world. People who love foundation brushes and people who love blenders. And then there are people who love both, which I feel like I fall into that category. I sometimes blend with a brush first, and then I go over with a blender just to smooth everything out, but I love that there is a brush. I love that. So this is the Liquid Touch foundation brush. It retails for $28. It's a cruelty-free foundation brush packed with soft, silky bristles that build, blend, and buff. The sponge is very unique looking. I don't think there's any sponges like this out there right now. It has a diamond shape at the end, so you could really get in there under your eyes and blend, and then a rounded little booty on it, so you can blend it around your whole face and just get into those larger areas. I also love that there is a flat side, so maybe in the future when she launches like powders, loose setting powders, you can go in, maybe do a little baking action. You know, I know Selena likes a glam moment from time to time. She can really serve some looks, really. So maybe we'll see that in the future from her, but I love that you really do have like the best of both worlds with the brush and the blender. I'm gonna go ahead and wet the sponge, get it nice and damp and warm, and show you guys how it changes in size. So this is before, get a good look at the before. And here is after. I'm gonna do half of my face with the brush and half of my face with the sponge. And you guys let me know which one you like better. That match though, that looks really good so far. I'm gonna use the brush on this side of my face. Then the sponge on this side. Okay, so I definitely feel like it's a lot more natural and light with the sponge. And then with the brush, you get more coverage because the bristles on this brush are quite dense. They're not super, super dense, but they are going to keep the coverage a lot higher than a sponge. I'm just gonna apply a little bit more of the Liquid Touch foundation. So I've been watching a ton of videos on Rare Beauty, and Selena Gomez's makeup artist said she uses this brush a lot to blend her foundation. So if she uses it, I'm using it too. It's also really nice, this brush is at an angle, so you can really get underneath the eyes if you want. Sometimes I use my foundation brush for concealer as well, or also cream contour. It's just like the perfect shape in my opinion. So I'm looking up close at my skin with this foundation, and I really love the way it looks. It's very skin-like, and because it is like a serum foundation, it looks really natural on the skin, but it does have pretty good coverage because I had some breakouts going on over here and it covered them very well. It's not cakey, it's not thick, and it just like melts into the skin really nicely. And I just keep hearing that everyone loves this, and I can see why. It's very, very good. Next up, we have the Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer, and this retails for $19 each. It's a moisturizing, buildable concealer that melts seamlessly into skin for undetectable cake-free coverage, available in 48 shades. The shades that I was gifted are 210N, 240W, and 270N. Not only do we have a foundation brush, but we also have a concealer brush, and it's almost like the smaller version of the foundation brush. This is the Liquid Touch Concealer Brush, and it retails for $16. This is a cruelty-free brush, and I love that it's at an angle so you can really get in there and blend the concealer out. I am excited about this. She's really speaking my language with these brushes. They are so pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the concealer, and this is in the shade 210N. I love the finish of the sponge on the under eyes. It's really nice. Next up, we have the Soft Pinch Liquid Blush, and I thought that these were lipsticks at first. They're so pretty, and I just love this packaging. I love these circles on top of everything. It's so pretty. These actually come in a dewy and a matte finish, and I'm so happy that there is both. I love matte blushes. I feel like they're so complimentary on so many people. They're very blurring, so I think I'm gonna go for a matte finish today, but it's nice that you have the option of both. When I was swatching these, I could immediately tell which ones were dewy and which ones were matte. There's a total of 8 shades, and I was sent these 4 shades. They're so pretty. Honestly, I'm having a hard time deciding which one I wanna use. We have the same applicator as we did on the concealer, which I really like. I feel like it's super easy just to apply it and blend it out. And this applicator is pretty consistent throughout the whole line. It's the same on the foundation, the concealer, and the liquid highlighters that we'll get into next. So I'm gonna be using the Bliss blush first. And then if I wanna add some more color, I'll just add some more. Ooh, these are very, very pigmented. I love how that just melted into the skin so easily, and this is a matte finish. One tip for you guys, if you do get these blushes, just use a very tiny bit of it, because as you can see, the pigment is so intense, but you're really getting a quality product in that sense. So just use a little bit and it really will take you a long way. I know that this is not meant to go on your eyes, but I am quite intrigued to try it. So I'm gonna take that same blush and apply it to my lids. Just since I don't have any eyeshadow on, I just wanna see how this would look, you know? I actually really like that. It's very like monochromatic, so you can totally use the matte blushes on your eyes. I'm sure you could use the dewy ones too, but you know, matte is really gonna stay put. Next up, we have highlighter, and these are liquid highlighters. They come in 8 shades, and I was gifted 4 of them, and these are so pretty. When I swatched them, I gasped. I took a picture, I sent it to my mom. I freaked out because these are so pretty. I love how these look initially upon swatching them. It appears like it is going to be something that dries down once you press it in a couple times. It's not gonna move around your face. It's not like a face gloss or anything like that. And it's not like a sticky or overly creamy highlighter. And once again, we still have that awesome applicator that I love so much. I've been loving it so far. So I'm gonna use the shade Outshine Liquid Luminizer. This is like a gold color. It's really pretty. I usually opt for like more warm golds when it comes to highlighters. So there is the highlight. It's very natural. It's not anything that's like beaming or just like in your face. It's so subtle and like a candle lit glow. I definitely think there was a lot of thought put into the highlighters because on top of the foundation, they don't lift. I notice with a lot of liquid highlighters, and I feel like a lot of people are more reluctant to use a liquid highlighter because they lift off your foundation typically, and they kind of patch things up and just make everything. At times, they just ruin everything. But these don't, and that really is surprising, very pleasantly surprising to me. They didn't shift anything over, they didn't lift any concealer or foundation. They look really nice and natural, and they were easy to blend with just using my fingers. I'm gonna grab a little bit of Mesmerize, and I'm actually going to apply it on my lid and in the inner corner of my eye. Next up, we have the Brow Harmony Pencil and Gel, and this is available in 8 shades. I have Cool Brown. I love that this is a 2-in-1 product because it just cuts down having multiple products, like having a brow gel and a pencil. You have it both all in one. On one end, you have a brow gel, and the brush is very, very small and thin, so you can really get in there and coat your brows in this colored gel. But the pencil has an angled tip to it. So if you like Benefit Goof Proof, or if you've tried the Anastasia brow pencil that has an angle to it, you will really like this. When it comes to angled pencils, I feel like they do all the work for you. So if you are someone that doesn't like being super precise about their brows and you're not into those micro type pencils, you'll really like this one. I've really never been someone that draws hairs on with a pencil, so I do love the concept and shape of this pencil. I feel like it's gonna be super easy to fill in your brows with. When it comes to makeup, I don't have the thickest brows in the world, so I rely a lot on a super good brow product. So let's see how this performs. And then towards the front, I'm just gonna flick the brush upwards. Okay, so that's one brow filled in, and what I can tell you about this brow pencil formula, it's so pigmented. Like, really be careful when you use it because you're gonna get so much color initially. Just a few strokes and my brows were filled in. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the brow gel next. The gel actually adds a little bit of like volume to your brow hairs, so I feel like my brows look so much fuller now. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one and we can move on to the liner. Next up, we have the Perfect Strokes Matte Liquid Liner. This retails for $19 and it's a long-wearing waterproof liquid eyeliner formulated with ultra black pigments for the most dramatic definition every time. The packaging is really cool. It looks like an actual marker. So it has like a tip on it to signify that, and it is a marker tip. It's not a felt tip. It's very almost like when you press down, you can get a thicker wing. And then if you're just using it at the very tip of the marker, you're gonna get a very precise wing. So I haven't tried a lot of eyeliners that are like this at all. I think maybe like one in the past. So I'm excited to see how this will do for a wing. It's like you have to hold your breath when you do your liner. So far, it's very good. So that was the easiest thing ever. I really love the marker tip. I feel like it makes it really easy to just hold it against your eye and just draw that wing on. It's hard for me to describe it, but it's very easy to use. And I wasn't expecting that at all. I usually use a lot of felt tip eyeliners, but I really like this. It's very different. and it's layering really nicely. It's not getting crumbly or anything like that. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and put on some mascara and some lashes, and I will be right back so we can do the lips. Moving back to the With Gratitude Dewy Lip Balms, I'm gonna try on some of the tints that we have here. I used the clear one in the beginning of the video, so now I'm gonna go for some color. So here is the shade Blessed. It's like wearing a lip balm, but with the qualities of a lipstick, which I love. So next I'm gonna try the shade Thankful. And lastly, I'm gonna try the shade Praise. I have been waiting for this moment since I opened the package. We are finally gonna try the Lip Soufflé Matte Lip Creams. So these retail for $20, and this is a whipped lip cream. I have tried a lip cream before, and I do really like them because they're not drying on the lips, and these colors are stunning. They're available in 12 shades, so I have these shades here, and I am gonna be doing a lip swatch for you guys, so stay tuned. I'm gonna swatch all of the shades. I've really been dying to see this purple, and I haven't seen anyone do this color, and I've been like hoping that someone would so I could see it, but I'm gonna do it today because I really want to try the purple. A little bit about the lip soufflés. It's a whipped consistency that delivers comfortable one-stroke color with a vivid velvety finish. This color is everything I wanted and then some. This is a really pretty like mauve-y purple. I love the tone of this, and I'd be interested to see what the other colors look like, so stay tuned for my swatch video, you guys. They feel very moussey, very soft on the lips. I do have a dry patch on my lip right now. I really don't like wearing liquid lipsticks. They always just destroy my lips. So I like that these are mousses or soufflés. So here we have the Blot and Glow Touch Up Kit, and this is $26. This is a really interesting product, and I really liked it initially. Just looking at it, it's so pretty. There are blotting sheets inside. There are 100 sheets. I believe these are refillable as well. And then there is a powder puff. So when I first looked at this, I was like, where is the powder? Like, where is it down here? And I was like touching down here and there's nothing. And I was so confused. I was so confused, but then I realized something. There is powder infused in the puff. That's really cool. So I will see if I could show you guys. When you hit it, you can see the powder coming out. Oh, there you go. This is really awesome for on the go. You could stick this in your purse, especially if you are someone that touches up throughout the day. If you're oily, like me, blotting sheets and powder are like your best friend. And I love that with this, you're not like adding more and more makeup. You're just kind of powdering those oilier areas or just resetting and touching up. So I'm just gonna go in with the puff and touch up around my face. I haven't set at all throughout this whole look. I haven't put any powder on. I saw Selena like sandwich it like that and then use it under her eyes. So that's what I'm gonna do. We do what Selena does. I feel like this is the kind of thing, if you whip this out in public, someone's gonna go, what is that? Because it's just so pretty. I love the way that it looks. And I love that the powder is a translucent. It does have a little tiny tinge of a sparkle to it from what I noticed, and I only saw it under really bright light, but on my face I don't see anything. It's kind of interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face to complete the look, and I'm using the Always an Optimist 4-in-1 Mist. All right, you guys, time for some final thoughts. The foundation and the concealer were very, very good. And it's not typical of me to really branch out and use different foundations all the time because I have a particular few that I just love that I really never switch up because they're my faves. But I would actually be willing to use this very often for a lot of the looks that I do. And I feel like it's perfect for every day because it is a serum type of foundation. The coverage is ideal. If you like a medium coverage foundation or something that you can build on, you would really like this foundation. I did feel it covered very well, and the finish of it is so beautiful. It feels hydrating on the skin. My skin doesn't feel like I have a mask on, and the concealer was also just blended like a dream. It was so good. The blushes were another thing I feel Selena did an amazing job with. I would totally use these every single day. I mean, they're super good. I love the matte finish a lot. And I feel like because they're so pigmented, you really don't need a ton, and they blend it out a lot easier than most cream blushes or cream products do. So I highly recommend, if you do like cream blushes, check these out because they blend out so nicely. They're not patchy. The Blot and Glow Touch-Up Kit, I like it, I really do. And I know that some people, this may not be their thing. A lot of you who are dry will probably not see a use for this because you don't need to touch up much, you don't need to blot or anything. If you do have oily skin like me, if you are oily AF, then you will love this because I feel like I would totally use this so often. I keep a compact in my purse, but it's not something that is like infused with powder like this is. I just have a foundation compact, and sometimes it just adds more and more makeup on top of makeup. And this is really nice because it's not gonna add coverage. And I love that there's blotting sheets as well. So these are the sheets. They look like this. Let's see if we can get any oil, which I'm sure we can find some. We did get a little bit, and it did lift a little bit of my makeup, but because I went in with the puff, I don't have a ton of oil going on right now. And last but not least, the liner. I really liked this liner, and I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did, but I really, really love it. And I would totally use it again and again and again. The marker and just the way that it applies, to me, it's very easy to draw on a wing. Sometimes with felt tips, they're very stiff and you can't like curve it to your eye the way that you can with a marker like this. So I did really enjoy this. I'm so excited I got to review Rare Beauty for you guys. I loved everything. I think this is an awesome line, and what it stands for is just something I haven't seen before in the makeup industry. And right now it's something we all need. It's such a positive light, and I just love it. I think it's awesome, and I'm so excited about it, and I can't wait to see what Selena creates next and what they add to this line. So what are you guys gonna get? Let me know down below in the comments what were your favorites. And if you did like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!